Hello, everyone. So, picked up a new lens. I just realized I didn't have a lens hood with the Sony 24 to 240, but the OM system does send one with their pro lenses. So, anyway, uh, I'm going to be doing comparison. So, a micro four thirds against a full frame. This is the A7 V. This is the G9 II. Okay. 25 megapixels camera. I think the A7 V should handle it pretty good. I love this lens and the A7 V. When I walked around the neighborhood, looked at all the trees and flowers and stuff, I thought it was an excellent lens. But I like the Micro Four Thirds because it's smaller. Now this lens is much better built than the Sony, okay? But you got a full frame camera and you got a Micro Four Thirds camera. So let's see how they compare. This should be better in low light. It does seem a little bit darker, even if it's a complete f4. This is a variable, an f 3.5 to 6.3. Okay. I've had the Canon, I've had the Nikon, versions, all-in-one lenses. But the only other thing I can show you in particular. That's a 72 millimeter filter thread. And so is this. Okay. I tried using filters on here and it was too dark. On the OM systems, they have built-in filters. So I'm just going to use a lens hood on this. Here, I can put the filters on and it shouldn't be a problem since I don't have a lens hood to put on there. So that's what's coming up. The only other thing I'm going to complain about is a rant. Now, when you order something like through Amazon, eBay, they send it different ways. Like if it's coming from China, they have a speed pack. The speed pack is lousy on the tracking because it'll go all the way through China. And then when it gets to the States, it puts it on whenever customs clears it. But then you lose track of it. So you get an email or, in your email, you get a message from either eBay or other companies. And they say, okay, you should get your package arriving today. The first email I got, it was said that it would be delivered July 16th. The second email updated to July 24th, which I think that's pretty good. But when the company sends some stuff or information, say it should be delivered, it may not be delivered on, let's say, today, where I'm expecting a package. I don't think I have to sign for it. Overseas, usually you don't. But if you're going through B&H or Adorama, sometimes through Best Buy, you do have to sign for it. It's a hit and miss. They don't tell you B&H, Natarama, will, Best Buy, you know, it depends on whoever sends it. If they click it on, yeah, you have to sign for it or not. So stuff like that bothers me. And especially with the tracking. So I did an experiment with Camera Exchange Incorporated, where I shipped it the next day, where she got it like 2 days later, or like an overnight. Um, what happens is that it delays at the facility that's supposed to transport. Once they get it, then it's like the next day. So you can order it one day on the camera store. They finally pick it up, but it's usually a delay of 24 hours before they do it next day. So I got it in 2 days. When I shipped it through truck, all right, because it was cheaper. I just wanted to see how long it would take. It was like from Austin to San Antonio. I says, well, should be the next day, right? It went all the way to Goodyear, Arizona, and then I got it the next day. The first 2 days of the messaging, it says it's at the facility in New Braunfels, okay, going to be delivered. Next thing I see is that it's in Goodyear. So either they mispitched it and went to Arizona and then came here, or more than likely, it went to Goodyear. They finally processed it, and then I got it. The problem is the communication between the company and the delivery service. Okay, they're not communicating. B&H is good, Adorama is good, but some of these other companies aren't. So when you put it in the mail, when you get it, you get it. The problem is if you have to sign for something, you don't know, so you're stuck at home. Fortunately, I'm retired, but if I was still working, I would have to have it shipped to a UPS store or a FedEx store, stuff, and then get there later to pick it up, which is, you know, uh, at least it's secure. It's not left on your porch for a while, and then someone can come by to, oh, look what he has, and they might take it. I've never had that problem here, but I see a lot more stories of people taking stuff off the porch. So that's the rant I'm saying. It's, you know, you don't want to drive, waste gas to pick up something, but sometimes that's the better option if you need the item right then and there. If you don't mind waiting, the problem is then you're dealing with companies that have the left hand not talking or communicating to the right hand, companies not talking to the delivery services and stuff. It's just chaos. And sometimes they get the information wrong. I've seen products being sent somewhere else. I contacted the store, they corrected it, and then I got it. Sometimes I had to cancel the order and then order a new one so it would work correctly. It's problems. And an individual like me that worked for the post office for 36 years, I can understand how things happen. Like a vehicle gets in an accident or breaks down, weather, I can understand all that stuff. The thing that bugs me is when they give tracking of the item and you have no idea, or you're not secure in your mind knowing, is it going to arrive or if it's not. I would like to have a set time. And what I hate is they say, well, it'll be delivered by 8 p.m. I want it earlier. I want an exact time. And I understand that, with traffic jams, road construction, vehicle problems, I can understand all that. But I would like to have an update without paying for extra fees. And most of the time, even when you pay for the extra tax and the extra fees, we'll deliver it tomorrow or we're changing the delivery date. I hate that. All right. Um, I like Amazon. I'm a Amazon Prime member, but I'm used to them now in the San Antonio facility where sometimes when they say it's overnight in the morning, it gets delivered. And sometimes it's delivered in the afternoon. And sometimes it's delivered the next day afterwards. But they do have the tracking feature where you can see the vehicle coming, approaching. Of course, then sometimes you see, if you get a new driver, you see it going past your neighborhood, going, and he's going by the way he put the package in his truck, not by the way of his route where it's a lot quicker instead of wasting gas going left and back and stuff. And I understand on lunch breaks and stuff where you look at the time, it's situated a certain area. Okay, he's on a lunch break. I can understand all that stuff, being in the post office, but it's just frustrating when you want to do stuff like I want to do the cameras. So I'm stuck around the house showing pictures of the same stuff I've been showing videos on, and I can't leave the house to, like, let's say the next neighborhood where there's a whole bunch of deer that a lot of people would love to watch. And I have to stick around the house for a delivery. So it creates problems for my productivity. Um, I wish there was a better way where maybe I can just order stuff and it just goes into a locker, but then you have to pay for that locker, yearly or 6 months or something like that. And that's extra money too. So I would like to have a service which, you order it and then you either have good communications on the tracking or you just put it in a locker box and then they notify me, hey, your package delivered to your locker and just come and pick it up. So anyway, it's just a few ideas that I think would help. I wish they would be more forthcoming and truthful, more, what's the word? I forgot. It's on the, you know what I'm talking about, where they're more accurate on their tracking and not trying to hide his, hey, it's not going to arrive at time. Is it? Well, give the explanation why. It says, well, it arrived too late. That's a good excuse. All right. The plane was late. The drivers are already out. It'll be delivered the next day. Say that. Don't say, we're going to redo your delivery date. So if you look at the tracking and it says, okay, it's at your local delivery store, New Braunfels, Austin, San Antonio, whatever, for an examples. You look at the time, if it's like before 8 a.m., Once you see it's put on the truck, then you know it's out for delivery. Okay. When you see it staying at the shipping facility for a while beyond 8 a.m. to like 10 or 12, unless you get a message that, okay, you're going to get the thing later this afternoon, you know it's going to be the next day. But you see, that time, waiting like from 8 a.m. to whatever, and then you're just waiting for the package. And then you're finding out after 4 hours, 5 hours, it's either going to be later in the day or the next day delivery. That's wasting time. That's wasting my time. And that's the biggest thing I have with the delivery services. Um, I love the tracking on Amazon, but you can also see where they've had a road construction in a certain area and people take the wrong exits, like a turnaround, or they think they're going to Lookout Road and they end up on 1604 or I-35, then they have to go back around. I can understand stuff like that. All right. It's just that when they're not transparent on their tracking, that miffs me. So, anyway, enough said. The next video is about the all-in-one zooms, Micro Four Thirds against a full frame. Stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you next time. Bye, folks. Have a wonderful day.